Welcome to the first Daily Beast podcast of 2025. I'm Joanna Coles, the Chief Content Officer of the Daily Beast.
And I am Samantha B., Chief Content Officer of my own new line of fraudulent protein powder. It's mostly just sawdust. I hope you enjoy it. It will do nothing for you.
Next week, we will report back on the cleanse that I've imposed upon the two of us.
Oh my God, so many powders.
So we've got lots of powders that we'll be mixing into waters, and we will report back next week when I don't think people will recognize us because we'll look transformed.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Bright eyes, lots of energy. This is the Daily Beast podcast where we break down the people and the stories of the week that tickle our pink.
Ew.
As we said, it's 2025. Don't let's ask how we got here, but I do know that I'm aging backwards, so that's something.
Congratulations on that.
I'm very pleased. I'm Benjamin buttoning it. And on this week's episode, we're changing it up just a little bit as we ring in the new year. We're going to do a look back, and I hear the producers have a game for us to play.
I love games. I'm so bad at them.
I think it's possible someone's going to get fired over this, and it isn't going to be us. But they've got a news quiz for us that's been compiled of things that guests of our podcast have said.
Oh my God. Okay. And we have something else very special coming up. We're taking a little girls' trip with our Beast of the Week and welcoming the extraordinary comedian, Tiffany Haddish. I'm so excited.
Very excited.
Okay, we're starting the new year here, Joanna. Do you do resolutions? Have you made them and already broken them? Because, we're a little bit into the year now.
Yeah. It's January the 2nd. Of course, I've broken them.
Okay.
I think it was don't drink alcohol, don't have sugar, exercise for at least 2.5 hours a day.
Okay.
Every single resolution broken, apart from to add water to these mysterious powders.
I love mysterious packets of powder, as you know.
And what about you? Have you broken any resolutions?
I don't usually make resolutions, but I think I should make one this year, and that is to lift weights because I'm really nearly completely made of noodles now. Just like wet noodles. Okay. And I think I need to strengthen those. Otherwise, I think my hips are going to collapse or something like that.
My hips may have already ground to dust at this point, but I think we all need to lift weights. But more importantly, we all need to eat 400 grams of protein every 20 minutes. 1/2
of a cow every 20 minutes and lifting weights, just like powerlifting. And I think that'll take care of it. And whatever's in these packets, which I'm sure is just terrific.
It's going to be fantastic. So, are we ready for the game?
Let's play a game.
Are there prizes?
I wish there were prizes. I feel like, if we were giving out prizes, we should give out individual little squares of RFK Jr.'s defunct workout jeans.
His yeasty, as you said, his yeasty
jeans.
Workout jeans.
Just a little square, and you can frame it. You can do whatever you like with it. I mean, I guess depending on how spicy your comment you get higher up on the pant leg.
Oh, okay. I can't believe you said that. All right, so I'm going to set the stage for people. Okay. We've been asking people for emails.
Yes.
And this is why, because we're starting a new trivia game, which is based on the guests that we've had on the podcast.
Yes, so the questions are based on information that was revealed in prior episodes of the podcast.
In our interviews.
And we're going to see if we remember a single goddamn thing about all the interviews that we have done.
And this has been set up by the producers for us, and
That's
I
right.
think that they think that they're going to catch us out.
That's right. If we get an answer correctly, we get to read a nice comment or email that someone has sent us. And if we get the answer wrong, revealing that we don't listen to ourselves when we speak, we have to listen to a negative comment about ourselves that we will never forget, that will be seared on our souls.
Seared on ourselves.
Until our deathbeds.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the first question.
Okay.
I'm going to read the question. I'm going to give you the 4 potential answers.
Okay.
And then we're going to see if we can agree on an answer. Okay. And then we will be told by the producer, are we right or are we wrong?
Okay, great.
So our first question is, what does our guest, Michael Ian Black, who writes a column in the Daily Beast every Wednesday, explore in his article on Trump's victory? Is it A, comedy's role in politics.
Yep.
B, his complicity, Michael Ian Black's complicity in a divisive culture.
Okay.
C, better connecting with Trump voters.
Okay.
Or D, Democratic Party failures.
I think that he wrote about his complicity in a divisive culture.
He did. I remember this
Yep.
column. He wrote about it. Maybe he was the problem.
He was the problem.
He was the
It's
problem.
me. All right, I'm going to read a positive comment. I
The
already
producers
knew.
just told it was okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Oh my God. Okay. Here's a nice from @PlantBliss. That's nice. Joanna calls. If I saw you in public, I'd know it was you. My 3 girls loved Project Runway. You were always amazing with your advice and style. And if you get nervous going into a party, I should cut myself some slack for feeling the same.
Thank you so much @PlantBliss.
@PlantBliss. That was nice.
Very, very nice. All right, question number two. You read this one.
We interviewed Mika Brzezinski. What unusual detail did Mika share about Trump's approach to their meeting? Was it A, he hinted at business opportunities, B, he used a friend to arrange it, C, he made the suggestion publicly, or D, he DM'd her on Truth Social? I don't know the answer to this question.
I don't think it was any of those because she didn't she tell us that. Well,
Oh, boy.
maybe it's that they used a friend to suggest
I'll
it.
say that. Did he use a friend to suggest that they meet? Oh my gosh. Now you get to read a nice
All
comment.
right, reading a nice one.
Okay.
All right. This is from Karen Bolstad.
Uh-huh.
You two are banana and peanut butter combo I didn't know I needed. I love that. Thank you,
love
Karen
that.
Bolstad.
Banana and peanut butter.
Yeah, I like it. Who's the banana and who's the peanut butter there?
You're the banana and I'm the sticky brown substance. Okay.
Interesting. That's an interesting
I
way of
don't
looking
know
at it. All right.
why
How
I-
did Jim Gaffigan describe Trump's delivery as a performer at the Al Smith dinner? Was it A, like an actor who skipped rehearsal?
Okay.
Not implausible. B, performing on his heels. C, like a magician who forgot his next trick. Or D, delivering with a calculated blasé.
I think it was C, like a magician who forgot his next trick, but I
I
could
know
be
this
wrong.
one.
Okay.
It's performing on his heels because he said the amazing thing about watching Donald Trump give the toast at the Al Smith dinner or talk at the Al Smith dinner
Okay.
was that he was on his heels, whereas most comedians have to be on their toes.
Okay. Sasha's telling me that you are right and I am wrong. So should I just read something negative then? Hopefully it's about me.
Maybe it's, well, if it's about me, don't read it.
I won't
and
read
we'll
it.
read
I'll
something
only read
nice.
something bad about myself. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, well, this is definitely for me. @Marty Salvato 7365 said, "Damn, what the actual fuck is happening to Sam B?" And held to the no on the smug one. Thought I'd be subscribing, but this is pitiful. Wow. What the
I love that.
actual fuck?
What's his name again?
Well, it's Marty. Thanks, Marty.
Marty.
You know what? I hope we didn't lose you. Sometimes people say that they're unsubscribing, but then they forget.
They double down.
They double
They
down.
hate listen.
Yeah.
They hate listen.
Continue hate listening.
Okay.
I'll read the next one.
All
Okay.
right.
How did Richard Curtis describe Hugh Grant's speech at the Governor's Awards? Was it A, 7 minutes of barely concealed resentment? B, a masterclass in polite aggression? C, 7 minutes of hardcore hostility? Or D, a thinly veiled explosion of rage?
I do remember this. This was
Okay.
the speech that Hugh gave to give Richard his Oscar for philanthropic fabulousness.
Okay.
I think it was 7 minutes of hardcore hostility.
Oh, okay. I agree with that. It was 7 minutes of something. What is that correct?
Correct. I see that. Did you see that the producer is sounding depressed that we've got
Getting
this?
the-
All right, so I'm going to read a nice one.
Okay.
I'm going to read a nice one. This is from Judith Glasser, 3071.
Okay.
My favorite podcast with two brilliant women, so entertaining, historic moments, and great guests. I never miss a podcast.
Wow.
Judith Glasser, thank you so much.
Thank you. You need to talk to your friend Marty.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, it's like actually incredible how much, I'm not lying, that negative comments get seared in my psyche. I'm never going to forget Marty's name, and I'm going to think about him until the day I die. All right.
Let's move swiftly on.
Okay.
All right, am I reading this one?
Yes, you read
What
this one.
solution did Samantha Bee and Joanna Coles agree could rebuild trust in the media? Was it A, transparent funding, B, accessible content on social media, C, increasing newsroom diversity, or D, real-time fact-checking?
I think it was real-time fact-checking.
No, it was B. It was
B.
accessible content on social media, wasn't it? Isn't that your idea?
I forgot.
That is incorrect.
You're incorrect.
Incorrect. What was it?
What? It was neither. It was transparent funding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought it was positive troll
I
farms.
don't remember talking about or thinking about this once
Do
in my
you
life.
think that the producer, when they did this, was hungover?
Damn, what the actual fuck happened to Sam Beach? Doesn't even remember what she says.
I can't believe you still remember. Don't even.
God, I'm reading.
If I remembered all the negative
I'm reading
comments.
I'm reading a bad one.
Okay.
Okay. And this is from at danpoor99, and this is going to send chills up your spine. You guys laugh. You guys laugh about going to jail. I wouldn't if I were you. They are coming for all people they don't like. You know what? I don't even think this is a negative comment. I think this is truth telling.
But if we all go
Dan's
to jail
right.
together,
Yeah.
we'll be able to have really interesting times in jail. We'll be able to do jail podcasts.
What I liked about this comment is that it's not specifically negative toward us. It's just negative in general.
Yeah.
And
Who's it
ominous.
from again? It's always the men.
Dan.
It's
It's
the
Dan.
men. It's
It's
Dan.
Dan.
It's Marty.
Okay.
All right.
Question 6. In the first episode of the Daily Beast pod, Kara Swisher told you there were 3 essential ingredients to a successful podcast. Number 1, be useful. Number 2, entertain. Oh, what was the third one?
Have Cara Swisher on as a guest.
Oh my God. Obviously, I've forgotten what the third one was. I only remember be useful. Do you remember? Ooh, there's a negative comment that's looking right
Yeah,
at you.
I remember the pod very well,
Mhm, except for this part.
except for this part. I have no idea. I can't remember.
Okay.
Well, was it about the two of us getting
Oh,
on?
stop.
Was it about
chemistry?
Chemistry. You've got to
Sasha?
have chemistry.
No, not a.
That's correct. I just
What? Stop
Okay,
it.
positive comment coming. That's good. I'm redressing the
wow.
balance. Okay, this
Okay.
is from SMS or 5M5 2014, which I guess is when they joined a
Okay.
particular site. Smart women having a fun, informed, smart conversation. Dash the best! Exclamation point.
Oh.
Thank you, SMS or
Thank you.
5M5.
I wish we had a prize to give you for your nice comment.
Well, maybe we'll have prizes in the new year.
Okay.
There may be incentives to send us emails.
I keep saying get T-shirts. I keep saying it. 'Cause I
Well,
love a T-shirt. I just went to a
stay
cabaret show the
tuned.
other night and I bought a T-shirt. I went
You
to see
did?
Bridget Everett. She's incredible. And I bought one of her T-shirts and I'm going to wear it every
How
damn
much
day.
did you pay for the merch?
$30.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
stay
because-
tuned. Stay tuned.
yep.
All right. What does Adam Grant suggest President-elect Trump should look for in his new cabinet? Is it A, loyalty, B, a mix of political insiders and outsiders, C, highly innovative thinkers, D, people willing to challenge his ideas?
I think it was D, people willing to challenge his ideas.
I think it was D too.
Was it D? Oh, it's correct. I'm going to read a positive one now.
Okay, good. Because
Well,
this will then erase the neggy ones. Although there's only one positive one left, so
I'm
that's
going to
not very
read all
good,
the
is
negative
it?
ones at the end. It's okay. Oh, this is nice. This is for you. From at Charles Elmore 4707. Loving this British lass. Digging
That's
the
so
voice.
fun.
I'm digging the voice and the tude. Actually, he said attitude, but I say tude.
Oh, of course he said attitude because I'm detecting a fellow Brit there.
Very nice. Okay. John Avlon criticized Kamala Harris for declining to engage in a debate with Joe Rogan. What reasoning does Avlon suggest Harris might have had for skipping the opportunity? Was it A, concerns about legitimizing Rogan's controversial views, B, fear of facing tough questions about her policies, C, a strategic decision to focus on traditional media outlets, or D, worries about alienating the Democratic base? What's the answer? What's the answer? You know what?
Well, I think it could be several of these. There were definitely worries about alienating the Democratic base because that was revealed on Pod Save America, where her team went on to talk to John Lovett and John Favreau and discuss the fact that several people, young people in her campaign, were like, absolutely not, you can't do that. Okay. I think she should have done it. So that's definitely one of them. But it could also be concerns about legitimizing his controversial views.
I believe it was that one. I think it was that one. And also, she doesn't really smoke cigars that I'm aware of. So,
do you have to smoke cigars on his podcast?
You have to.
Okay,
you have to.
We should do something like that. I'm going to make people eat mince pies.
Whoa. Okay, I'll do it.
All
I
right.
like mincemeat pies. Okay, correct. Correct. Why don't you read the nice one, and then I'll plow through the negative ones and give everyone a treat.
Okay, this is from Eric 7172. Hi, Eric. Thank you for writing. The podcast we deserved. Smart, calm, rational. Has he listened to them? Tapped in strong women. What isn't there to love? The banter here is exactly on time. Take a dip. The snark is fine. The beast is back.
Wow.
That is a very nice one. Eric 7172, thank you very much.
Okay, well, I'm going to read these negative ones just because. See, these are nice. One of them is a compliment to me, but a real Joanna Cole slam. So I'm going to read it.
Well, what if I just stay awake all night worrying about it?
You will.
I will? That's not the point.
FMC, Sam Forever. Joanna is the worst. Why does she need Joanna Coles? Could Joanna be more of an apologist for Drumpf? Who is this for? Seems like Sam could have her pick of smart co-hosts.
Could she, though? Could she?
This one has a dud.
Okay, well, that's put me in my place. Place.
Okay. At Guru Shai. I don't know how to. I'm not even going to read that. That's impossible. What even is this? Two British journalists sharing facts, opinions, insights, and Samantha B holding her head saying, I just can't. Over and over again. I like dramatizing these. It's pretty fun.
It's good. They're very good.
I saved a good one for the last one. At Thai China Malay. I've never heard of the Daily Beast. Is this like a Saturday Night Live or Onion? Based on the bizarre conclusions and distortions they spew, it has to be a comedic organization. I'm confused, however, as to why it was not funny. So take that to heart. Last one. At Infinite Worlds. This is a trash nothing burger. Welcome to 2025.
Welcome to
Joanna.
2025, Sam.
Oh,
next time you see us, we'll have lost 10 pounds. Our eyes will be bright.
Because
our skin will be
starving
fresh
to death.
Our thighs will be trim.
Oh, God. I dread this. I don't like colonoscopy prep, and I don't like cleanses. All right. Wow.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And thank you to all of those who've sent us email comments. More of them will be read out as we increase our trivia games.
Yes.
We're thrilled to be joined by this week's Beast of the Week, Tiffany Haddish, and her unbridled comedic energy. Raised in South Central Los Angeles, Haddish transformed her tumultuous childhood into stardom. Her big break came in 2017 with her iconic role as Dina in Girls Trip, which grossed over $140 million at the box office and earned her a spot on the New Yorker's list of the best film performances of the 21st century. Not to mention her Emmy for hosting Saturday Night Live in 2018 and Grammy for Best Comedy Album, Black Mitzvah, in 2021. This month, she begins her funny and fearless national tour as she continues to put refreshing goodness back into the world. Inspired by her own experiences, Haddish also started the She Ready Foundation, which provides resources and loves up on youth in foster care.
I can't thank you enough for taking like a moment in an early morning wake up in beautiful Hawaii to talk to us. Are you looking out the window and seeing just like giant sea turtles? They're just cozying up.
I'm seeing waves,
Oh,
palm trees, green grass,
wow.
sand, beautiful plants. It's gorgeous.
You're about to have the freshest platter of pineapple and delicious fruits.
Girl, I can't do no pineapples. I'm allergic to pineapples, but I will be having some papaya, mango, melons, and things like that.
Fantastic. That fruit is going to glisten on that platter.
Right,
That is
right.
so
I had some
inviting.
kiwi yesterday. Oh my God.
I want to be so quiet because I respect that it's early morning where you are. I want to be like this. Good morning, Tiffany.
Girl, it's 8 something. We good. We good. Turn up. Let's go.
Tiffany, you look so relaxed. Can you please tell us where you are right now and what you are looking out your window at?
I'm in Kauai, in the state of Hawaii, and I'm on an island looking out at the ocean and seeing the sea foam hit the shore as the waves crash on the shoreline, and beautiful palm trees, and well manicured lawns. It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Hawaii has been ruined for me now
What?
by White Lotus. All I can think of is the dead body in the water
No.
of that foamy sea lapping in and out.
No, you have to think more in terms of whale song. Like there are times when you go to Hawaii and you put your head under the water and you can literally hear whales talking to each other.
I think they would sound like Nana Muscuri.
They have the beautiful dulcet tones of whale song. Tiffany, we're so excited that
I
you're
actually
talking to
talk
us.
well.
You do? You do? Great.
Yes.
Of course you talk whale. You do so many different things.
You do
It
a
doesn't
lot of different
surprise me
things.
that you talk whale. And you're about to go on tour.
Yes, yes. I go on tour this spring and I'm excited about it. I'm going to all the places in America that I haven't really done comedy at yet.
Really? Are you going to like places that feel risky or that feel like you just haven't visited in the past, or just places that you're like, this is an audience that has been asking for me for a long time and I'm finally doing it?
An audience that's been asking me to
Yeah.
come for quite some time. And now I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's
Get
time.
ready, America.
So we are airing this episode, and this conversation with you is airing at the very beginning of the year. So we are just like fresh 2025, pure freshness. How do you, can I ask, you are in Hawaii right now, but how do you prepare to greet a new year? Like for you, is the new year January, or is the new year, because for some of us it's September because we're just like locked into like back to school. But are you a January person? Do you make resolutions? Do you do that stuff?
I don't really make resolutions because I'm going to break them. So I
Yeah.
don't really
Okay.
do it because I know I'm going to break it. So at the end of the year, I try to do some kind of something to make some money. And then on New Year's Day, on January 1, is the first day of the new year, I make gumbo. And I invite all my closest friends, and I make collard greens and black-eyed peas. We chum it down. We eat and we play games. We laugh. We talk about what we want to do for the future. And, the kids play in the bouncy house, and we have a great time.
That is amazing. That is
And I
amazing.
only invite people I actually like people I actually want to be around, because that's what I want for the year, to be around people I actually like.
That is so smart. That is a good way to that's the perfect way to set an intention for the whole next year. Joanna, I noticed you have not invited me over to your home to set an intention for the new year.
I have not, Samby, but
Joanna's-
I'm doing
yeah.
it right now. I can't invite you around because I'm going to Tiffany's. She doesn't know this yet because she hasn't invited me, but I know that she will.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I will
Yeah,
invite you, and you will come. But just know
Okay.
it's in South Central LA. You cool with
All
that?
right.
Okay.
Deal.
Now, the last time that you saw each other was at a retreat in California.
It was for very powerful women.
Very-
Very powerful
another
women.
powerful women's retreat.
Yeah, always.
I love it.
And I heard Tiffany speak and I just thought she's fantastic. I didn't know very much about you other than obviously Girls Trip, but I was fascinated by the foundation you set up, which I want you to talk about, but also about the grocery store that you're trying to set up, which
Yes.
I was telling Sam about it, and I want you to tell her about it because you'll remember the details better than me.
Well, yeah, well, so I have missions and goals in life, right? And one of my missions is to open a grocery store. And I don't want it to be just your typical grocery store. This grocery store is going to have like financial literacy classes and cooking classes. Because I noticed that they took home economics out of schools.
They sure did.
And when they took those out of schools, I noticed the family structure kind of breaking down and people's mental health isn't good and all these different things. And I feel like, for me, once I understood how money worked and how food worked, I became a more happier, productive human being.
Hmm.
So I want that for others. Also, I just want to have a store that has a majority of the products come from, you know, black black farmers, black vendors. I go to the Japanese grocery store, the Jewish grocery store, the Mexican grocery store, but where's the African American grocery store? Where's the black grocery store? But I want it to be like a black Erewhon. That's what I want. I'll
Oh
own it,
my
so that'll make it
God.
black, but it'll be like Erewhon, but way more affordable.
That's amazing.
And there's a nonprofit side to it where the education comes in and just, teaching people better health and like money health and food health.
Financial health and like financial literacy is so not accessible to people. It is just not taught, and it is critical to have those understandings.
Well, and worse, it's not only not taught, but when you do get it, it comes via banks or credit cards who
Right.
seduce you into thinking it's all easier
Right.
and cheaper or freer than it really is.
So where are you setting it up? It sounds like so much more. It sounds like a
A
community
community
hub.
center.
Yeah, like a community center with food.
Yes, exactly. So I'm building it in South Central LA, right there off of Buckingham and Martin Luther King, where my mom met my dad, and where I live right down the street from. I live right there. So I noticed in my community they've already shut down 3 grocery stores, and each one was serving like 50,000 people, and so there's a disparity there, and there's
Mhm.
not a lot of healthy options. I mean, we got a Kaiser Permanente, but we don't got no good
Right.
food.
I feel like one of the things that, because obviously you're hilarious and I like really, you and I have met a couple of times, and I just actually think you're an amazing comedian, but also you're just like a total force for good. So, the many times that we've had conversations, we talk about like foster care and how involved you are and your original foundation, but like usually really love it when people merge their talent with things that they feel very passionately about. Can you talk about how you talk about foster care and this in your foundation? Like, can you tell us about that? Because
Yeah, and tell us a little bit for those who don't know your own background, your own experiences in foster care.
Yeah, so I grew up in the foster care system. I went in when I was about 13 years old, and I was getting moved around from house to house, from place to place with all my things in trash bags. And it was really making me feel like garbage. And I'll never forget the day somebody gave me a suitcase. It made me feel like a person, like I'm a traveler, like I'm a visitor in these people's homes. Like I am a human being. I'm not garbage being moved around. And it just gave me a sense of self. This is my bag, this is my suitcase, and I'm a person. Like it's not in a grocery store bag, it's not in a trash bag. I'm in a suitcase, I'm traveling. Once I got a little older, I promised myself that if I ever could figure out a way to make sure no kids feel like garbage, that's what I'm going to do. Because that's what I was feeling like when my stuff was in those trash bags. I felt like garbage. So from the time I was 21, I had been like going to group homes and talking to kids, and I was working at a youth center teaching all kind of stuff and like just mentoring and giving back. I was also working at an airline, but when a suitcase would be lost, right, and nobody claim it after 6 months, the airline just sells the bag,
right.
just the bag. So I would take the bag and I would make sure it's repaired and then give it to a foster youth, right? And you just could see their like pride go up a notch. So I got a little power. I started my foundation, the She Ready Foundation. And I started out with just giving out suitcases. And we've now evolved over the last like 7 years into, giving life skill classes, teaching the youth like how to open a bank account, how to apply for an apartment, proper workplace etiquette, how to deal with your emotions in the workplace, which is a class I still take myself because, sometimes we be in our feelings. And, help them with education, getting them in college or getting them a trade internships with different organizations or corporations. And we also have a film program where we teach them how to make like short films and get them exposed to all the different jobs that there is in the entertainment field, all the behind the scenes stuff that most kids don't even know exists.
So, Tiffany, how did you go from this tumultuous childhood where you were, as you said, you're moving around from home to home, your belongings in trash bags? Out of that, you become a sort of teacher and you become a leader for other teenagers in the same situation. How did you then make the leap from there to Girls Trip, a blockbuster movie that makes $140 million at the box office? What was the journey in between?
It was very rocky. I wrote a lot about it in my book, New York Times bestselling book, Tiffany Haddish, The Last Black Unicorn, and elaborated even more in the Tiffany Haddish, I Curse You With Joy book that just came out in May. I find that through my journey, I mean, I went through a lot. I lost babies. I was discriminated against. I was objectified, homeless a bunch of times. Just 3 times, but still, that's one time too many. I had to learn how to survive. I had to learn how to maintain my integrity. I think the main relationship that we all have, the longest relationship you'll ever have, is the one with yourself. And you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror every day. Learning how to love myself, I really believe, like that Whitney Houston song, Greatest Love of All, I will say that in the morning when I wake up as a mantra because the lyrics are very like, right in alignment with me, I feel like. And so that gives me like great motivation and really having like understanding of who you are and what your purpose is really helps a lot because the world is constantly trying to tell you who you are. I was married at one point in time. That didn't work out.
Well, you married a sort of stalker, or the way you have very funny stories about who you ended up getting married to.
Girl, that was a journey. But yeah, he was a human, an interesting human. And then I wasn't interested.
It's like, it's so cool to me because you're like the story of how you took classes and how you started in comedy. And like, I've loved hearing those stories like from your book. I read your book. It was great. And I feel like you're so resourceful and it's like, I don't know. I just like to, I mean, I'm an outside observer to your life, obviously, but it is so cool to me how you've created the building blocks of a career that's so portable and so big. Like, and you've done it laying one brick at a time. And the fact like that you will always have these skills that you've developed for so many years, like really fought for and really worked for, and you will always have that. And you always have this like, just this huge deck of skills. And it's like amazing to me that you're trying to empower young people, empower people to like learn those skills too.
All people. I want to empower all people. That's, the grocery stores for the grown-ups. And then here goes for, then what they say, you spend your whole adult life trying to heal from your childhood, right? So for me, the way I'm healing is like by doing for others that have gone through the things that I've gone through, trying to give them a little step forward, a life rafter, if you will, a lifesaver to try to help them. It's hard being human. It's really difficult. And like coming from not knowing how to read, not knowing where my next meal is coming from, not to like violence and all kind of crazy stuff to being like an Emmy winner, Oscar presenter, Grammy winner.
Yeah, like on the cusp of a huge like tour. Like how do you prepare for a big tour? Like how do you set yourself up for something like that? Because it's pretty grueling. It's pretty hard. Are you hitting, like, once the holidays are over, once all of that is over and 2025 is like totally underway, how do you set yourself up for a big tour like the one you're about to embark on?
I hit all the local comedy clubs in my town. I get on stage as much as I possibly can to make sure like I have a tight hour, and then I take it on the road. And I try to make sure that I exercise and get enough rest. Cause when I'm tired, I'm garbage. But when I'm good and energized, I'm the best. I'm the best. So just making sure that I get my rest and exercise is like, and what I eat. I really, because it's hard to eat right when you're on the road.
Very
It's
hard to
very
eat.
hard. You have to be very specific about it. Joanna, I'm going to buy you a ticket. We're going to go see.
Oh,
we're gonna
that's
go
a
see
great
you.
idea for
That'd
the
be so
Funny and
fun.
Fearless tour.
That would be incredible.
Yes, the funny and fearless, because that's what you have to be out here. You got to be fearless and try to be funny at the same time.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
what can people expect? You're going to places that you haven't been to before. People have been dying for you to go. They're asking for you to go. What can they expect in the show?
They can expect me to address some things that have been going on in the media. They can expect some very, very funny anecdotes. They can expect to learn things that they didn't know they should know.
Great.
Like I'll be talking about trust funds and whatnot. I'll be talking about, hygiene. I always thought that I should have been a sex education teacher. And I'm going to give probably a 10-minute lesson in that.
Oh my
Well, it's not
God.
too late. It's not so where is the nearest place that we can come and see you? Are you going to be on the East Coast at all?
I am. I know I'm going to be in Middle America for sure, like in Idaho and like
I'm going to take Joanna to Idaho.
Fargo,
We should go to Idaho.
We're going to do a
Girls,
pilgrimage to
our own girls trip.
Montana.
Our
I'm
own
going to
girls trip.
Montana.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to some interesting places I've never heard of really, or I've heard of them because my fans have asked me to come there.
Can I be honest? When you go to Idaho, that may be the only sex education that the people of Idaho have
Yeah.
received in their lives. You're going to have to get very detailed.
Oh, I'm gonna get all the way detailed, girl. I'm gonna tell them how to use the fruit by the foot and everything. How they gotta sterilize the instruments before inserting them in their body. You know,
Oh my God. Yes.
like I'm single now, and before I hook up with a guy, I have to give him a bath, and I make sure I put a pound of baking soda in the water, one
think that's
cup
nice.
of
Baking soda in the water.
peroxide,
I think a
and
little peroxide.
3 drops of tea tree oil to make sure he's pH'd.
We
Well,
all
that sounds like
want-
we should put RFK Jr.'s genes in that.
We should. We want sterile equipment, is what we're saying.
Yeah,
We want
and
it
make sure that
sterile.
thing float. If it don't float, it can't go inside of me. Otherwise, if you really gotta have it, then you gotta, hit them with a little monostat.
Yeah. Always be prepared, just like a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Be prepared, just like a Boy Scout.
Okay, just like a Boy Scout, just like a Boy Scout. Okay, well, we need to buy tickets.
Yeah, we will.
Yes.
Oh my God, this was so kind of you to take time out of your vacation to talk to us. What a thrill to see you again, even though we are so far away.
So far away. You're like, what, 5 hours ahead of me, right?
I think we might even be
8.
6 or 8.
Maybe, isn't it
I don't
8
know
to
what it
Hawaii?
is.
I've
it's
no
really,
idea.
really far. But listen,
Well, you're in New York, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's 5 hours. It's a 5-hour time difference. Yeah, 8-hour flying.
Oh, 8-hour flight, 5-hour
Okay.
time difference.
Thank you so much. And I'm so excited to see your tour. And thanks for taking time out of your vacation. You get into that water and you and you do some talking to the whales.
Oh, girl, yesterday I went snorkeling and I saw 4 turtles. But
I
look
want to
at
see
this.
what you're seeing. Look at oh my God.
That
Yeah.
does look pretty good. That
That's
does
pretty
look,
good.
yeah, I can see a body right in the corner over there.
No, you cannot.
What
Oh my
body?
God.
My body?
Amazing.
Oh, the body from White Lotus.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Have a
Tiffany,
great vacation.
yeah, and good luck on the tour. We will meet you somewhere.
Fargo.
Fargo,
Not
let's do it.
Fargo.
Woo!
No, I'm not going to Fargo. Tiffany, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much for listening. If you want to keep sending us emails and telling us that we're duds or that we are to be celebrated and carried through Times Square, and greeted with sweet meats and palm leaves, email us at beastpod@thedailybeast.com. We told you that we would read them, and we did, even though many of them were painful.
We did. So if you have been, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like, subscribe, share it with everybody you know, wherever you are.
We welcome your helpful suggestions.
And if you're not yet a subscriber to The Daily Beast, it's very easy, and you really should be. Just go to thedailybeast.com/membership/podcast. You can also just go to thedailybeast.com, and there is a place to sign up there.
You'll find it. And everyone, as you embark on this new year, please always remember to be best.
Be beast. Come on. First week of the year and you get it wrong.
I'll get it right.
Will you? Will you get it right?